Hello everybody. I don't know if you can see from behind me, but I have this lovely stack of books here, and that can only mean one thing. Either I'm organizing my bookshelf or I'm doing a tag that involves all of these books. And it is the second option. I was watching a bunch of these, and the one that stood out the most was the one I watched today, which was by Reading with Jack, and it was the Burn, Rewrite, or Reread tag. And so I have 15 books in this lovely little flower pot here. And basically what you do is you pull 3 books out, and you have to decide which ones you would burn, which ones you would reread, and which ones you would rewrite. Without further ado, let's jump right in. 1984 by George Orwell, Wicked by Gregory Maguire, and Paper Towns by John Green. Alright, so I have the 3 books right here, and this is going to be very hard. I love all 3 of these books. I think I have it figured out. I am sorry, John Green and Paper Towns. I loved you, but I'm going to have to burn you. So you're going in the burn pile. I would rewrite 1984 by George Orwell. It was a great book. Just the ending confused me a bit, and certain parts were confusing. Other than that, it was terrific, and I wouldn't want to have to rewrite a terrific book. But that leaves me with rereading Wicked. The next 3 we have It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzing, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, and Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. So we already know which book I would burn out of this pile, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I would hate to do this because these are 2 extremely amazing books, but I would have to reread It's Kind of a Funny Story and rewrite The Perks of Being a Wallflower, even though this doesn't need to be rewritten at all. It is an extremely amazing book, but I just really love It's Kind of a Funny Story. Next 3. First book we have is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. The second book we have is First to Die by James Patterson. The third book we have is Tiffyos, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Sorry, Steinbeck, I'm gonna have to burn you. To Die, I'm gonna have to rewrite you. In The Fault in Our Stars, I'm gonna reread you. Asylum by Madeline Rowe, Beautiful Chaos by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll, and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Well, I would reread The Hobbit because I have an unhealthy obsession with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so God. This one's actually really hard because I didn't really like either of these books. You guys can't make me choose this. This is not okay. No, I don't know what I'm gonna choose. Alright. Well, I'm going to burn Asylum, and I'm going to rewrite Beautiful Chaos. And then the last 3 books of this tag. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, and last but not least, we have 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. And I freaking know what I'm going to pick for this one. I am going to freaking reread The Great Gatsby. I am going to rewrite Hollow City, even though it doesn't need to be rewritten. Just can adding more pictures count as rewriting, because that's what I would do. Lastly, I'm going to burn 13 Reasons Why. This book was a good book, but it caused me so much pain to read, and I can't do it. So that was all of the books that I would burn, reread, or rewrite. I have all the little papers right here, so yeah, I did that. I will show you the piles that I have of which ones I would burn, reread, or rewrite. This is my burn pile, We have Paper Towns by John Green, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, Asylum by Madeline Rowe, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Next we have the Reread pile, which has Wicked by Gregory Maguire, It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And then the last pile is books that I would rewrite, even though most of the books in this pile don't need to be rewritten. 1984 by George Orwell. Next we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. We have First to Die by James Patterson. Fourthly, we have Beautiful Chaos by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. And then lastly, we have Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. So this was my burn, reread, or rewrite tag, and for those of you watching, I tag you to do this tag. Even though I wasn't tagged, I'm tagging all of you watching because it's a really fun tag and it's kind of really mentally challenging to have to pick some of your favorite books to burn or reread or rewrite. So, with that being said, if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up and hit subscribe down below. I make videos every day to every other day. It kind of all depends. I'm kind of all over the place. And if you have any video requests or any comments, leave them down below. You want to be my friend? I'll have them in the doobly-doo. And until next time, see ya! Which has...